Drone here, and what is going on? This is the Bug Street, and yes sir, there is a camera in its grill, and there is a FPV screen to the left of it. Why is all that here? Well, I've modded this drone just a little bit. Essentially, I ordered a Bugs 8 or Bug 6 camera, and I've jammed it in its grill. It was plug and play. I did have to do a little modifications to widen its mouth a little bit to get it to fit nicely, but as you can see here, or you can't see, you can kind of see, we have FPV transmission. This isn't a Wi-Fi camera, this is FPV. This button here will start and stop your video, and you'll be able to see it down in the bottom left corner if you're using the Alcenma's monitor like I am. Right there you'll see little red numbers going off. It lets you know you're recording. If you're using the Bugs 8 monitor, up top you'll see a red dot blinking that'll let you know you're recording. So basically guys, I'm just going to show you flyability here. I'm not really going to show you video. If you want to see video, I have a quick punch on my channel already. If you want to see that, you can definitely go check that out. And I do try to refer back to the screen here, but I was kind of facing the wrong way and had a little bit too much light on it. But this will give you a flyability of this. And having FPV on this drone, and again, you really can't see it, and I apologize for it. Having FPV on this drone, as long as you can control this drone well, will allow you to take better pictures with this. If you like to fly FPV, it will also allow you to fly FPV. If you like to fly with goggles on, dude, I didn't lose transmission through this whole thing, and breakup on my screen really didn't happen, and I jacked this up really high to the sky. If you want to see the punch, again, go on my channel. You're already on my channel. Click Drone, click videos. You'll see the newest ones, and look for the punch. It's like my second to third newest video that I have on there. I didn't lose transmission being super duper high. I was extremely high, and we're gonna fly this out too. We're gonna fly this laterally, and we're gonna fly it quick too. Right now I only have it in the first speed setting because I wanted to get a really good feel of kind of concentrating on the monitor. As you can see, the antenna, I have it raised up, so I'm kind of looking at the drone, but I'm also looking at the monitor, kind of seeing what it's doing. And if you guys ask, you guys say, hey, we want to see what the monitor looks like, I can do that for y'all. I did that with the Starfall. I put the GoPro right in the goggles, and I recorded a little bit of zip around. If y'all want that done, let me know. I could definitely do that. This modification was super simple, guys. This modification, all it took was a set of wire snips. Like seriously, that's all it took to widen this mouth, and then the three parts that this actually secures to the drone, it matched right up then, and it was plug and play. It was a three-prong plug that plugged right into the board, and that's it. It's controlled by the controller. There, you were able to see a little bit there. There you can kind of see the sky fluctuating. And again, I apologize about not being able to really see this. I didn't have my GoPro out with me, and my GoPro transitions the light a little bit better than the cam that I have on now. The cam that I have on now is a really good camera, but it doesn't transition as well as the GoPro. So maybe we'll have to do that. Or again, I can stick this in a set of goggles, and we can do a buzz round and give you first person view of the transmission and the little static lines, because we get little static lines here and there, but not often, man. This transmission from the drone to the screen was very crisp. And again, I know you guys, well, we want to see it, we want to see it. I have a punch on my YouTube, which was probably the highest I was away from myself. That'll give you a good look at the transmission from the drone to the FPV screen. This was more of a flight. This is to show you that the camera is not going to interfere with the range. The modification did nothing to the drone. What you can look forward to with this is, if you're used to flying around with GoPro, you're used to flying around with the action cam, you no longer have to have the legs on the drone. You no longer have to have that action cam hanging under, and it's not as heavy as a payload. This is basically a stripped down. This is no legs, embodied camera. This is a grab and go camera quad now. Setup is simply turning the drone on, turning the controller on. That's it. Obviously, you do, if you want to record your flights, you are going to need a SD card inside the camera, or a monitor that has an SD card in that will record it. This camera that I have in here takes an SD card. You do have to move your one of your ESCs, your electronic speed controls, up, which is easy to do. They're not secured down by anything. They're kind of just laying there, and you either have to have really tiny fingers, or I had to use tweezers to get the to get the SD card in and out. I have fat fingers. If you have smaller fingers, you're probably going to be better off than me. But that was the same way with the Bugs 8 and my Bugs 3 that I have the panoramic camera in. I actually had to remove the panoramic camera. And as you can see, this is super smooth flyer. There's no GPS on this. There's no altitude hold on this. This is the red Bugs. They do come in about I'm gonna say 4 different colors: red, blue, black, and you have the F100, which is white. F100 is a clone. As you can see, we have a little bobble up and down, but I'm really able to stabilize this. When I really concentrate, I could stabilize it, and you would think it would be an altitude hold drone. This is not an altitude hold drone. This is a no-feature drone. This does have alarms on it, and bam, yes we are. We are out in quadding country. We are out in ATV country. We are out in four-wheel drive country. Always be aware of your surroundings. Obviously, I heard that guy a mile away, and we're slowly chasing him down here. I have the video of that too, but again, we're not doing the video of this. We are just showing you the flyability of this drone again. I really haven't had the red Bugs on camera too much, so it's also FaceTime for the red Bugs, fly time for the red Bugs. I've also not flown it much. If this is the 4th time I've flown this drone's still getting broke in. These drones are, I'm not going to say they're super easy to fly, but if you've mastered an X5C, go ahead and jump. Jump to one of these and you will be thrilled out the wazoo. If you've mastered a no-feature drone, jump to this. If you've mastered, like say, a SEMA XAHW with altitude hold, be careful jumping to this, as you are trained. You've trained yourself on an altitude hold drone. This doesn't have altitude hold, so you're constantly on your stick to adjust the altitude and control it, because it's all you then. This does have a gyro in it, and there's auto balancing, so it's not full acro or anything. You can't go acro in this. You can do manual flips on this. There's a way to do that. I don't suggest doing it too often, because I don't think it's great on the motors. Have I done it? Absolutely. But again, I don't suggest doing it too often. This will give you a vague idea of flight time, kind of pushing it, because I've been kind of pushing it, flying it out pretty hard, flying it up pretty hard. Generally what I've gotten about 12 to 13 minutes. 12 to 13 minutes is my average, and this battery sat. This isn't a freshly charged battery, so if we hit 11, 12 minutes, that's a good flight time with this. Some guys are saying they're hitting 15 to 17 to 18 minutes. I haven't hit 15 minutes. I've gotten close to 15 minutes, but I haven't hit 15 minutes. Although I will say I've gotten close to a half an hour. Okay, J Drone, you haven't hit 15 minutes, but you've gotten close to half an hour. Now we're putting in the second speed. Yes, I've gotten close to a half an hour because I put an enormous battery on this. I did a battery mod on the blue one. I wasn't sure if I was going to kill it or not, but we got just shy of a half an hour flight time. And the payload was a little bit heavier. The runtime was a lot longer. But the drone handled, and I honestly think this drone could handle flying for a half an hour. The motors were a little bit warm. They weren't hot. I didn't smell any burning sensation. They were a little bit warm. And there's a little punch-a-roo for you guys. I have this exact punch on YouTube right now. So if you can visualize how high that is, if you want to see it, go to my channel, guys. You're already here. You're already watching one of my videos. Scroll down and click J Drone, and you'll be able to see this. The view from that high is nice. The video quality that came off this is a 720p camera is nice. It recorded right to the SD card. I wasn't using a class 10. I was using, I think it was like a 6 or an 8 or something, 16 gig. It was a SanDisk, so it was a name brand disc, but it wasn't a class 10. So maybe chuck in a class 10, maybe get a little bit better quality, as it'll be recording a little bit faster. The recording speed will be a little bit faster. But again, guys, this is just to show you flyability. So can the Bugs hang? Can the Bugs fly high? Can the Bugs do a straight punch out to the sky? Absolutely. And if you're having a hard time keeping an eye on this, you should probably rewind it, put it in full screen, and then you'll be able to see it. Right now it's about the middle of the screen. I'm bringing it down. Guys, if you're on Facebook, check out Drone Days. What's Drone Days? Well, it is probably the best group on Facebook that you could be in. We're everything from micros to minis to your standard X5 clones, X8 clones. Start to get into brushless like this, start to get in GPS brushless, starting to get all raw, full flight, full feature drones, start to get into big stuff, $2,000, $3,000 drones, which I don't think we have anybody toting anything that heavy. I know I had a friend that was touting about a $15,000 to a $2,000 drone in there for a while. There's a little zip around, so you could definitely cruise. So if you're flying, we want you. Fixed wing, if you're flying fixed wing, we're happy to have you there. It is called Drone Days, but it's for all lovers of flight. If you're flying a fixed wing and you want to come in and you want to show your fixed wing, by all means. We like all things flight. It's just named Drone Days because that's what I'm particularly to. I have a fixed wing that I haven't put together yet, and I don't know if I'm ever gonna put it together. Maybe sometime though. We like flight. If you like aerial photography, if you like to be in the air, it's definitely a good spot for you to be. And there's a dope catch from J Drone. That's a very controlled catch. Again, guys, if you haven't subscribed, do me a favor, please do, and check it out. You'll be able to see me on the camera here. It's really dark, but I'm definitely there. Alright guys, if you haven't subscribed, please do take care, fly safe, and have a wonderful day or night wherever you're at.